The Dynasty 7 Hall of Fame candidates. So Dynasty 7 was a great year for us 3 years ago. So anything that occurred in D7 is now up on the eligibility for the Dynasty Hall of Fame. It was a 93% league fun and commissioner ranking year, which is a very good output. And as you can see, Bub, I have a little bit of a rough draft of the Dynasty Hall of Fame ballot. Anything kind of stand out to you here when you look at it? I see
a naked bum.
Yes, there is a naked bum, and we will get to that.
I don't think it's a good naked bum.
We will. Well, it's hairless, so that's good. Nominee number 1 was the Bob. This is a good one for you. The guy who was wrapping his car in newspaper.
If this does not get elected to the Hall of Fame, I don't know what's real and what's not anymore.
Can you explain to us a little bit more in detail what the hell happened?
So there are a few of the members of the Dynasty who were not present at the time.
Right.
My brother and I pull up to the draft room, the war room, and there's a man covering his car with newspapers. Exactly how it sounds.
There was no rhyme, no reason for
it? I'm supposed to block out the sunlight, but like the entire car.
The entire vehicle.
Not just the window.
He was paper macheing his car.
Yes, that's a great way to put it.
I agree with you, Bub. If that doesn't get elected, then I don't know what else should. Nominee number 2. We got 9 nominations, so I want to kind of go. I don't want to spend too much time here, but nominee number 2 was the F-bomb that Coach Brian Tavaleri dropped at the draft during the 5 minutes my daughter, Trista, was in attendance, which seriously damaged her innocence as a child and will likely scar her for life.
That was also a good one. I mean, that was one of the loudest F-bombs I've ever heard.
Yes, it was. Nominee number 3. Yes, okay, so the bathroom door that Coach John Costanza kicked down at the draft, and what happened was Coach Will redrafted Hines Ward in the 13th round, and then all of a sudden John heard the commotion of the nerfing taking place. He was in the bathroom, he kicked down the door, his zipper was undone, and he sprinted over to his automatic Nerf gun and started firing about like 10 rounds to the back of Will's head. And then after the event after he fired those Nerf guns, he then asked, "What happened? What did Will do?" That was a pretty good one.
Classic John.
And classic Will. Nominee number 4, the Guard Dog's destruction of Handy Quacks in Week 3, after Handy Quacks called him out and guaranteed a victory. Guard broke a dynasty record for biggest margin of victory. He won 179-58, which is a 120-point margin of victory. It's Guard, so we probably shouldn't even bother to have this as a nominee, but we'll throw it in there. Nominee number 5 was what we referenced before, the epic email, the spam email heard around the world by Coach Jerry Guard of Iron Man. Probably sent out about 5,000 emails to all of our email boxes, Bub. I think that's definitely should get in there.
Just epic is what it was.
It was.
Epic.
Number 6 was the Bubba Gump Shrimp Brutal Deluxe matchup, which took place actually during the first ever Dynasty Jillian's midseason hangout. Bubba and Brutal scored the most total points in a matchup, 346 points. And Bub, that was the game that you smashed the all-time points scored in one matchup, 201 points, which still holds as a Dynasty record.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
And then nominee number 7 was, and this is what we were referring to earlier, Jeff Guard's pale white ass, which was seen during the first ever Dynasty call-out video when he somehow won the number 1 seed, and he showed his white ass. It's not the first time he ever showed his ass. I think he showed it on the Riverdale Gazette. Again, probably not going to get in there considering it's a guard, but a nominee nonetheless. Nominee number 8 was the Zach Palucha's Gatorade-soaked white dress shirt after he won the Dynasty Championship. That's been bronzed and in a frame. And then the last nominee number 9, is actually a little bit of a special nominee. It actually should have been a nominee last year, but I admittedly forgot about it, and I think it's worthy of nomination, is Coach Brian Tavaleri's Dynasty 6 championship ring, which he still wears to each and every draft. Bub, after going through the nominees here, which ones do you think you're going to get your vote?
I don't know if I want to divulge that information necessarily, but I'm looking at this quickly and I see, let's see, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 I might vote for. Give or take one, or maybe 3 or 5. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
that's how I feel that day.
I agree. I think there's 4 or 5 there. A couple of them are definites for me. There's no minimum, maximum. So everyone who's eligible that was part of Dynasty 7, start giving it some thought. And obviously, the Dynasty ballot will be out within the next 6 months or so.
Yes.
So I got some time to work on that.
We got plenty of time.
Look out for that. All right, Bub, so as we know, we had some Super Bowl predictions. We talked a little bit about the Super Bowl earlier, but the Dynasty-related information regarding the Super Bowl is that the eligible coaches, were able to submit their predictions that is going to determine the Dynasty 10 Draft Order. And from Tier 1, picks 1 through 4 was John, Zach, Ben, and Jay Young. We already know that Jay Young, via his warning, automatically gets the number 4 pick. So between John, Zach, and Ben, actually, they all kind of like their past season. They all sucked at the predictions. None of them got anything right. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 criteria. The Ravens won. It was 65 total points. Bolden scored the first point. Flacco won MVP, and Ray Lewis did not cry visibly.
Whoa!
Are you calling bullshit on that?
Whoa!
Are
you serious?
I replayed it. And we looked at it, and you could not see a tear falling from his eye.
His entire face.
Yeah. His entire
wet.
Yeah, it was sweat.
Oh, that is baloney.
No. The question was, will there be a visible tear falling from his eye?
I'm getting on that right now.
What are you gonna get on?
YouTube maybe.
All right, you look into that, Bob. But I'm telling you, you couldn't visibly see a teardrop falling from his eye. Now, I agree it was probably a teardrop or 2 or 3 or 4. But you couldn't confirm it. It could have been sweat. So, Bubba is looking into this. As he does look into it, it doesn't matter because everyone voted the same thing anyway.
Right.
So either everyone's right or everyone's wrong. So it doesn't matter. But we'll look into it anyway. Anywho, so since John, Zach, and Ben all got nothing correct, it basically came down to who was closest with the points. John picked 45 points, Zach 46, Ben 48. So John gets the 3rd pick in the draft, and then Zach and Ben both are eligible to compete later on this show in the Dynasty Trivia Contest, which will determine the number 1 selection in the Dynasty 10 Draft. In the next tier, Tier 2, was picks 5 through 8. Now, Brian was actually the only coach who did not submit any picks, so he automatically gets the 8th pick. Bub, you did not get anything correct either in the Super Bowl.
Good.
So I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
No,
not on purpose. Yep. So you get the number 7 pick. Now, Whiffen and Will actually both did a great job with their predictions. They actually tied. Whiffen he got the Ravens correct. He picked 60 points, which is the closest between him and Will. And he also got Flacco as the MVP. And Will got the Ravens correct. He picked his boy Bolden to score the first points. And he also got Flacco correct. He picked 59 points, so that's why Whiffen gets the point marker there. So they both got 3 correct. They tied. So what we're going to do is we're going to have both of their asses on the show as well to compete in a 1-question sudden death Dynasty Trivia question.
I like it.
The winner will get the number 5 pick. The loser will get the number 6 pick. Everything making sense to you, Bob?
I like it.
Now, I do want to just point out there that, and this goes for all the tiers, if you win your tier, you technically win what you want. Like, if you win, if you wanted to have, like, the 4 pick or the 3 pick, you can have that. I'm going to assume you want the higher pick. If you don't, then let me know. Bub, do we have a ruling yet on Ray Lewis?
I got the video. I'm watching it right now.
You're watching it right now?
I will interrupt you immediately when I see Ray Lewis's face.
Right now we're looking at Colin Kaepernick, right?
Little scumbag.
I kind of like him. What you think? Are you high on him next year?
Oh, I love him as a player. I just think he looks like a little douchebag.
Okay. Well, let's see. What do we? Look. Here we go. There he is.
Look at that. You could look at that.
Yes, I see perspiration on his face.
Oh my god, that is baloney.
I don't see a teardrop falling from his eye.
That's because his face he has eye black on, so it's too black.
Is that what it is, Bub?
I think.
I look, this perspiration